It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they find themselves with a comparable win percentage to this time last year, but looking to make a push as this season continues. And one of the guys we'll watch tonight is Ty Lawson. When he's on the floor, how does he impact the game so much, Shaq, given his size?
Well, I'm not a guard, but he's impossible to stay in front of either in the open court or in half court. He has great ability to change direction and stop on a dime. And when he's hot, watch out.
North Carolina guy.
North Carolina, one of the finest. He might be short, but he has the ability, honestly, to get to the rim at will. And there's no problem taking the contact and finishing the play at his size. That is a unique quality from the kid from North Carolina.
And that about does it. We send it to Kevin Harlan.
At the shooting guard position, at 6'6", number 17, Jonathan Simmons. At small forward, at 6'9", number 8, Jeff Green. The man in the middle, 6'11", from Texas A&M, number 6, DeAndre Jordan. And at forward, 6'10", from Oklahoma, number 32, Blake Griffin. At guard, 6 foot from Wake Forest, number 3, Chris Paul. Doc Rivers is the head coach for your home team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Clippers.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Clippers hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Jenkins in at shooting guard. Alexander is out there with Turner. Then it's Paul George, and it's Chandler in at the 1. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Both good from the line that time. To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here's Jenkins. George with no one around. The rebound by Jeff Green. Out left to the wing. Here's Paul. And it falls over the rim and in. Paul's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Jenkins dishes to Turner. Here's George. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Warriors in Oakland.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Here's Paul following the basket by Freak. Paul kicks to Simmons. That three off the mark. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Jenkins. Misses from short range. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And that one's good. Simmons.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Outside, Green. Turner with the steal. To the inside, Jenkins. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket. And
No. Posterizer.
don't let them set up the defense.
And the Pacers with possession here. The Clippers getting the bucket. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jenkins got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Clippers moving the ball around. Griffin with it. George picks him up. Here's Simmons. That drops.
Come on, baby.
And it comes off an assist from Griffin. He's got 7.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
They get a hand on it.
Come on.
Chandler kicks to Turner. On the wing, George. Out to Chandler. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jenkins. Launches it. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range. Pacers trail by 3. Now here's Jenkins. He has 6. And Turner kicks to Jenkins. Out to Chandler. It's good from long range.
This Hall of Fame killing me.
That is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Charge stupid, man.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here are the Pacers now. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That team is a little road weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Pacers, Jenkins, he's in at 3. Laying out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Ellis. And it's Chandler in at the point. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors made some nice plays. He picked up 5 points and added a few rebounds as well. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. The free throw drops for Jenkins. Here now is Weber. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Jordan. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Jenkins. Shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Simmons. Chandler with the defensive effort.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Jenkins the pass to Chandler. Len with a screen on Weber. Here's Ellis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Jenkins. He shoots again, and he lays it up and in. And now an 8-point Pacer lead.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. Paul George comes in for Monte Ellis. Here's Simmons. He's got 7. Weber with it. Dishes it to Griffin. A stupendous finish in traffic.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Chandler kicks to Jenkins. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Griffin sends it back. Weber dishes to Griffin. It's rebounded by Jenkins.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Chandler, the pass to Jenkins, and the shot is good. Jenkins got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
I've got you not mind a dang on big.
It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. In third, the Pacers.
Boy, it was up a lot of points. They made you work for everything. And the points you did get against them were really hard earned.
And the Clippers making a change here. Paul's checked in.
Come on, boy.
Here's Jordan. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Really?
Chandler kicks to Jenkins.
I said no. My phone's about to die. I said no. Leave it alone. Back up.
It's there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. No good from Simmons.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Jenkins throws it down.
And he doesn't really.
No. Stop messing with shit. I told you.
Matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
So for the Clippers, Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Mike Scott subbed in for Blake Griffin. And a change for the Pacers with he's checked in for Alexander. Now here's Green. 23 points for him the last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. Drills the three-pointer. Paul's got 8 points.
A wide-open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Jenkins dishes to Turner. From deep, George, and Indiana, another three.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Right side, Scott. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. It's stolen by Jenkins. 3-on-3. Chandler kicks to Jenkins. Turner up top. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Paul for three. No good. Jenkins can't get it to go. And so we wrap up the first half.
Well, thank you, Kev.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Jenkins. He has 20 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Green, and it's Chris Paul, and it's Simmons in at the two spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Monte Ellis checked in for Jenkins. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
A slight advantage.
For the Clippers, LaVoy Allen checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Scott comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Grant in for Green. It's stolen by Jenkins. Now the Pacers moving it up. Jenkins with the ball, and he converts the layup. Jenkins got 22 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Indiana.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Clippers trail by 3. It's stolen by Jenkins. And oh, here we go at Jenkins, and nobody is back. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Paul's got his third rebound tonight.
This touch has disappeared on him this fourth. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
Simply phenomenal, Greg, the effort we've seen from both sides here.
That drops.
And really, that's what you want every time down the floor. A simple, high-percentage shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Allen kicks to Simmons. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pacers leading by 3. Now Jenkins. 24 points for him. Stolen by Grant. One second left. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Pacers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far.